visual. I see it all.
What's good, my people? This is your host, Visual. We are live on IC Web3, and today I have a guest, and it is JoJo from JoJo Crypto Live. What's good, JoJo? How you feeling, man?
What's up, buddy? Thanks for having me on the show.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Excited to have you on here and talk some crypto, talk some NFTs, talk a little bit about Web3, man, and see what we're going to get into, man. Everything good with you today, man?
Everything's great, dude. Another day here in Web3 in the metaverse, and just
Yes, sir.
making my own life out of nothing.
Yes, that's what it's all about, man. I love it, and I think Web3 is definitely bringing us that. So, speaking of Web3, and this is IC Web3, JoJo, I want to know, man, how do you see Web3?
Oh man, I see Web3. You can clip that too and make it your intro.
Love it.
No, I see Web3 as the ultimate opportunity for everybody. It's the leveling playing field of finance, of opportunity, and everybody around us is going to experience it whether they like it or not. I talk about this all the time. So I have a stream, which is how we met. We have similar stream ideas.
Yep.
And we can, like we said before the stream, game recognizes game.
Yes, sir.
I see what you're doing and I love it because
Appreciate it,
I think there's more out there and there's more stories to be had, and the more people
Sure.
we have telling those stories, the better.
Yeah.
So JoJo Crypto Live is all about interviewing those people and trying to get as many people on to the podcast as possible,
Yes.
and or your podcast or your stream.
Yeah.
So I go live at 8 o'clock Monday through Friday, or try to at least. Some days I miss, but that's okay. We all know
Sure.
life.
Of course, man.
And so it's about telling those stories. And I always say this on the stream. I think the most important thing is not finance and Bitcoin, although it is really important.
Sure.
It's just the blockchain technology. That's all that matters. If you don't know what the blockchain technology is, go learn about it. And then you'll start looking at the world a little bit differently.
Oh, yeah.
And you can put your own talents and resources into making something in the real life for the blockchain.
Yes, sir.
So that's how I see Web3. I see Web3 as the ultimate the life-changing technology it can be. And people, we haven't even experienced, we're in the first half of the first inning, dude. There's 2 outs in the first inning.
Yeah. I know. It's so crazy. We're early, man. We're early. Everybody says it, but it's 100% a fact, man, because a big part of the world does not know what's going on, or they're either scared by it, they're intimidated by it, or confused by it, something. But I think all of us that are willing to jump in, dive, learn, and take our losses early are going to come out on top, man. So I'm excited about it, man. I'm excited about it.
I agree.
JoJo, tell me, man, what have your experiences been so far in Web3, and how are you involved? What are you doing in Web3 right now?
Yeah, thanks for asking. So there's a great story behind this. I got to tell a story.
100%, man.
So,
give it.
So I would say a year ago, started investing in some Bitcoin, put about $50 a month in, nothing serious,
Sure.
living, kind of forgot about it. And then come November, started reading about NFTs, Bored Apes, hit the news wire, and I was like, what is this? And so a buddy of mine who I'm really good friends with, you can go follow him. His name's Niall Lundgren. He's on $1 Million Listing with Ryan Serhant. Started saying, Joe, you guys start talking about this. And I was like, well, what is it? And so I got a real quick crypto lesson, and he's kind of into the finance, the DeFi. And I started diving into NFTs because I started seeing the NFT flipping videos, and I'm like, I could do this. This is easy.
Yeah.
Right. The guys online, they make it look so freaking easy. And I'm like, okay, I got this. I got $2,000 I could throw in. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So I started playing the game, but fake game. So what I started doing, I started taking pictures, screenshots of NFTs that I would have pulled the trigger on, that I was like, I did the research. I was looking into the projects. I really liked them. And I just had a feeling. I was like, I'm going to pull the trigger on these.
Yeah.
So I had about probably 10 that I was tracking. I had them in an Excel sheet. I had the pictures next to them. I started looking at, I clicked on the website. I would open it up. I would check on the market. I would see the activity, and I did that for about a month. And I was doing okay in the numbers. When I say okay, I would say 1 out of my 10 actually made a profit. If I look back on it now, every single one of those lost money. I was terrible. So I'm glad I didn't put in, because I lost. So then I said, at that point, I was kind of like paying attention. And I was medium and I felt pretty good. And I felt like there was a project that I was like all in. So I FOMO bought. And I FOMO bought on Wolf Game Derivative called whales.game.
Hmm.
I didn't know what it was. I thought it was a profile picture project. Dumbass me. Profile picture project. So I bought it, tried to flip it, was gonna make money, and pulled out at the last second from flipping it. So I was gonna do the flipping game. So
Yeah.
you know, I thought I had a plan and went in. So there's a moral to the story here. So essentially, I lost money. We're just gonna say money. Lost.
You don't want to tell us how much?
Actually, time out. I haven't lost because I still hold it.
Oh,
so I haven't lost.
So you continue to lose?
I continue to lose. I continue to lose every day.
NFT lessons, baby. NFT lessons.
So I said, okay. And then I also bought, you know, since then I bought a couple other ones that I really like that I'm holding because I like holding them.
Yeah.
But the lesson of the story is in the beginning, I had to take my legs. I had to get hit in the mouth with real money, not fake play money.
Right.
And what I learned from Web3 led to my development on what I'm doing now because of my lessons that I'm learning.
Right.
So one, play with real money if you can afford it.
Sure.
Seriously, because then you're going to learn your lessons a lot quicker than people who are playing with fake money because you don't feel it. And, you know, some people were like, I don't want somebody to get rugged and scammed. You know what? You got to get rugged. Everybody gets rugged. It's a badge of honor. If you don't have your rug badge, get out of here. You're not really one of us. That's the one thing I'd say. Second thing is take your licks and find your niche. Find your ultimate fit. If you know, hey, I'm going to be a flipper. I'm good at reading this stuff and I'm good. Then do that. That's cool. I'm going to be in Solana flipping. What I found is I am not a flipper. I like collecting and I like holding and I like utility. To me, that gives value in my real world, in my life. That gives me value. So I'm in. I'm in. If you give me some utility, there's a coffee NFT that you can like get a discount at all the coffee shops around the country that are partnering up with them. That makes sense to me. It's a membership card, just like Bored Apes is a membership card. So give me utility. I'll invest. Have a good dev team that's doxed. I think people who don't dox yet, I understand there's safety issues, but I don't trust them and I won't work with you if you're not doxed, period. End of story. Yeah. So I'm pretty hard ass on that. Anyway, that's number 2. But number 3, and what I learned, so you got my first 2, which is play with real money, you know, pay attention. What was the second one? I just said it, but whatever. And then the next one is ultimately what I'm working on now, which has led to my consulting agency, which is whitegloveweb3.com, number 3.com, right? So whitegloveweb3.com. You don't write out number 3, just it is the number 3. You don't type
number
out
3.
Yeah. So what that is and what I found is really most important is there's no vetting process and there's no trusted source for a vetting process on either side. So you want to do something on the NFT side, you don't know where to start. I've heard I need a developer. I've heard I need I need artists. I'm an artist. Where do I go from there? How do I do this? How do I write a Solidity contract? How do I do this? Like, where do I start? And I have to build a community in Discord. I don't even know how to use that.
Yeah.
Yo, it just piles up anxiety and just like, and then you're not going to do it. And so, 70% of people will quit before they first step. Yeah. So what I want to be is that verification, not only for the clients and for my clients in the real world, which are business owners, who are trying to create VIP experiences using NFTs, create investment into their business. I call it micro investing using smart contracts. I also want to create the validity on the back end with the developers, the artists, and the community managers, because they also have a need that their clients aren't going to be BS, that they need to work with big clients because they're trying to build a portfolio too. Plus, there's a lot of people out there. If you're looking to be a developer, call me. I want to talk to you, because I'm looking for good developers, and you got to make it through my vetting process in order to be vetted. You got to have some experience. I got to trust you, and you got to do a small project for me first before I can do it. But I'm going to be the broker of the Web3 agency because of what I experienced in the first couple of months of my life or I should say the NFT life I was living. I was doing the crypto stuff on the side, but the life I was living, those 3 lessons I learned very quickly, very early on, and it led me to this gap in the market, which is people don't know where to go. Okay, well, I can give them that because, as you know, I see Web3, talks to people all the time. You start networking, you start getting to know people.
Yes, sir.
So I can help you get connected to one side, and I'm going to protect the one side, which is really important right now, from clients who don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
That's
awesome.
that's my story. I'm sticking to it. That's the
awesome,
way the cookie crumbles.
Love it, Joe. Love it. Joe, tell me, what are some challenges that you faced so far in Web3, man, or that you foresee yourself or others coming across?
Yeah, it's the explanation of what it is. It's like explaining the internet before the internet.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
It's like, what is this thing? So you go on the computer and it's like connected to everything. It's like, yeah, duh, that's what it is now. But before, we didn't know what it was.
Right.
So the challenge for me is onboarding what we call normies into the space, getting them into the space and being able to onboard normies, which is why you are so valuable and I am so valuable from a YouTube standpoint.
Sure.
We got to give them the resources of all kinds. Even if they don't use me, use you. Go to Visual. Go to icweb3.com and figure it out. So I would say onboarding of normal people into the space.
100%, man. Yeah, that's awesome. And I think that's a great point. It's definitely something that I've seen as a challenge, but it's also honestly part of what I enjoy about it. Bringing people in, you get those crazy questions and you're like, oh, well, this is, I'm not an expert because obviously I think we're all just still learning, and we have so much to learn, but it's, I don't know, it's part of the process, man. I enjoy it, man. I love to teach. It's fun and it's, I don't know. It's just, it keeps me going, man. It keeps me going. It's definitely a big part of it. And I think right now, the stage that we're in, onboarding is huge. It's huge.
And did you know that teaching helps your brain grow as a human? That it's one of the things that helps us get better in our mentality and it helps our mental health is teaching somebody else something.
Yes, sir.
That's probably why I'm the smartest I've ever been today.
Hey man, dude, I'm not gonna lie, I agree with you, man. No, seriously, it's funny to say, right? But honestly, it's true. I feel like it keeps me like going, like it keeps my energy high. When I'm able to teach, talk to someone, show them something, explain something, be in front of a crowd, and just speak my piece. Like it just gives me, like, I don't know, it's like the fountain of youth or something. It just gives me that little extra burst, that little extra
therapeutic
energy. No, seriously, it's very therapeutic, dude. I love it, man. It's awesome. Great. Dude. Yeah. So Joe, tell me a little bit more about your podcast, man. I want to hear about that. What are you doing?
So right now it's just a stream. Yeah. So I haven't been putting it on a podcast. I do have 3 podcasts that I do.
Oh.
So I although I would love to do it, I'm kind of sticking to the YouTube stream because I can show people things, which is huge for me for teaching, right? To stay in the same vein here.
Sure.
But what I'm talking about is I'm interviewing people and I'm trying to get as much, content out there as possible. I mean, there's so much that can be said. It's important to just have one space for it. So, Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. I'm going live with people, which equals people can text me or message me and on the live stream and ask questions live to the people, which we've had done a couple of times. Had a couple of trolls too, so I had to kick them out. But the other podcast I do is called Infamous Indie. It's about true crime in Indiana. I did a New Old Dads podcast, which was about going through pregnancy as a first-time dad with another friend of mine who was 50 years old going through pregnancy for the first time. And then I do another business podcast that is going to do it. But I do podcast consulting too. So like White Glove Web3 is going to be fitting into 3 different categories, not only Web3, but podcasting and also web development, stuff like that. So it's all coming together, right? I feel like this too better than most people. Is like your talents will tell you where to go.
100%, dude. 100%.
You don't really need to try if you're good at it.
Yes.
And then it becomes fun.
Yes, exactly. 100%, man. Perfect way to end this segment right here, Joe. We're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to get into our gas round. Before that, we're going to hear a word from our sponsors. My people, will be right back.
Hi, we're the Z Twins, and we want you to check out our family website, phrazeme.com. Now that's PHRAZE.me.com. We make cool designs for your home and your clothing. Our mom, our dad, and even our sisters make special designs just for you. When you're purchasing your first item, we want you to enter the code ZTwin so that way you can get 15% discount off of your first purchase. Don't forget that's phrasememe.com. Thank you.
All right, my people, we're back here on IC Web3. I'm your host, Visual, and we're here with Joe. And Joe, we're going to get right into this gas round. And you know, gas, we want it to be fast. So let's see how fast you can go, man. Let's see.
If it's
First
Ethereum, it won't be that fast.
Ooh, man. Wow, that's a shot. That's a shot to Ethereum. Let's call it the Solana gas round then. How about that?
Yeah, it worked.
Oh, okay, I like that. And it's cheaper too, right?
Glitch.
All right, Joe, what's your biggest challenge as a creator?
Time.
What's your biggest challenge as a collector?
Money.
Yes, I'm with you.
No, I would say time too. I'd say time too. I mean, money's too easy. It's time. It's being able to do the research and figuring out what I want.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's your biggest strength?
Connecting with people.
Yes, love it. Yes. What's the greatest thing you're looking forward to in Web3?
Mass adoption.
Yes. Do you have a daily routine or habit that keeps you focused on all your goals?
Yeah, gym time.
Oh yeah. Give the people an app, software, or service or resource that you use that just helps you through your journey in Web3.
Rarity.tools.
Oh yeah, love it.
Yeah, that one's easy. And I would
Awesome.
say IC Tools too.
Love it. Both of those.
George. I am George. We're all George.
George, I don't know that one. I'm gonna
Yeah.
have to look that up. Awesome.
Cryptos are us.
Cool. Oh, I love it. He's piling them on. Love it. All right, Joe. Well, that was it right there for that.
Nice.
I want to end right here with some quick advice. Give the people some final words, and definitely let them know where they could find you.
You can find me at whitegloveweb3.com.
Okay.
You can tweet at me at Joe Melillo Live. And you can also find me on at joemelillo.live is my website link to. It also goes to White Glove Web3. And the final piece of advice is just because you have a bad day doesn't mean you have a bad life.
Love it, Joe. Joe, I appreciate your time.
Thanks,
It
man.
was awesome talking to you, man. I'm looking forward to continue to connect and build with you. You know, I'm here. If there's anything that I can do for you, man, just a quick little tweet, message, DM. Just don't scam me when you DM me, though. Okay, please. No scams. And yeah, let's get it together, though, man. We'll make it happen. My people, this is IC Web3. I'm your host, Visual. Until next time, peace, blessings, and hundreds of lessons.
Peace, brother.